Got an interview with Cracker Barrel on Monday. I'm excited. My last job treated me like trash, so I hope this one won't. I really hope I can be a waitress at it. Woo, people are upset. Hair pulled back. Go to Walmart for men's business button-downs for uniform. Starch them well and button up to the collar. I worked there for about half a year for extra money, and I'm sure there are far worse places to work. Be sure to study the menu and ask some of the old-timers if they have a cheat sheet for breakfast, should you ever hope to get there. There's a meme about Cracker Barrel and Brad's wife. Justin Fire for anyone out of the loop. Did they ever find out why she was fired? Also, did she ever get another job? Thank you, I was so confused. I forgot about this. Good luck. I used to work at it a while back and actually kinda liked it because the food was decent and people were mostly nice. I only left because I started school. The best advice I can give is, learn the menu quickly, and I mean like everything. Probus your tables. Those plates are heavy compared to other restaurants, plus the faster you flip a table, the more money you will make, and it'll save your back for sure. Lastly, try to work Sats and mornings as often as possible. That's where all the good tips are. I worked at Cracker Barrel for about a year. Tips: learn the menu fast, help out as much as you can, and be quick. Also, always take away plates when you leave. I got yelled at a lot because I forgot lol. It is fun and the customers are always pleasant. Also, congratulations, and have fun. This is a good tip. Management likes to see you with your hands full coming in and out of the kitchen. Brad's wife would have liked this. Brad's wife gave everything to Cracker Barrel. Justice for Brad's wife. Here, take my award. In the spirit of Brad's wife firing, it about you guys, but this old boy is stormin'. Lyric: we can eat at that place where they fired Brad's wife. I worked at Cracker Barrel for about a year. Decent money. Beware of old people that split the egg and a biscuit and one coffee. That's exciting. My mom worked there for a while and she really enjoyed it. Best of luck. My mom was a waitress for 25 years at a local diner. It is hard work, but my mom used to come home within tips. Hopefully people are just as generous now, considering it is a pandemic. Sweet. I hope you do well. Once you get hired, can you ask why Brad's wife got fired? I low-key love Cracker Barrel. Fingers crossed for you. They make good pancakes. I used to be a manager at Cracker Barrel. They were a good company. Congrats and good luck. I worked my way through college in a restaurant and even kept bartending for a while after finding a corporate job. It is good money, good experience dealing with people, and teaches you to hustle. One piece of advice is to not take shitty customers personally and don't dwell on bad tips. Keep moving and stay positive and you will always do well. If you get the job, make sure you get good shoes. You will be on your feet all day. Good luck. Be sure to show up on time and dress neatly. To add on to a little more unsolicited advice here, be careful to not trash talk or talk negative about your former employer. See. Be cute. Your former Alice. I do my more from Good luck. What happens when you hire a person and it is the wrong job for them, but they sold themselves desperately because they needed it? We here take any job. Some money is better than no money. Well, don't you agree that the person has to apply for a job first and then interview for it? What if the job does pay enough and is too entry level for the person, but they make it past the interview to the job offer? So, why are you interested in applying for this position at our company? Well, I recently developed an interest in not starving to death. I totally used this in an interview in October. Well, I've been unemployed since April in the pandemic, and I need to pay bills. So understand you need to pay bills, but you were overqualified and we have to assume you were just going to find something else before long. Oh, edit. I had other reasons. I like the job description and it sounds in line with my career goals. You were really overqualified. So why do you want to take such a big step down? I need to pay bills in a pandemic and I've been unemployed for months, is how it went down. Essentially tis but a flesh wound taken to the next level. So I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Given how hard it is to find any job right now, be a human first. Be a manager second. They were showing up early and they were doing their job, so what does it matter to you if they were homeless? It is obvious that they need a job, so unless you were going to promote them to a higher level job within your company immediately, coaching them out isn't going to do anything except make them feel even worse about where they are in their life and make their situation even worse. You still have your decent pay job. They don't. Also, if you waste your time and their time trying to coach them out, or what, that says a lot more about your character or lack thereof than it does about them. I read this as op is concerned about the individual because they lied to get into an entry-level position job so they could get a job faster. And as a result, their standard of living got knocked down several pegs. Why would you fire someone for being homeless? Does being overqualified affect their work quality negatively? Are you trying to punish them because you fear they might be looking for work elsewhere or because you feel wronged by them? Yee. This post is mind-boggling to me. Are we actually talking hypotheticals? Op. Have a heart for their desperate situation which they are trying to remedy during a pandemic. Realize their anxiety. Save their self-esteem. Don't fire them. Don't tell them that you know they are sleeping in a car. Don't gossip with colleagues. Give them every chance to show up, do the job, and get paid. Take them out to lunch weekly. I second this. Help them get to a better place. Take them out to lunch weekly. Someone told me recently that supervisors aren't really supposed to go out to lunch with their subordinates because it reflects favoritism if not everyone is involved. Is this accurate? Because after being told this, I actually noticed that none of the supervisors in the different departments where I work go out with coworkers, and I see them decline invites with no valid reason. So, is this a thing? You must live in fantasy land. If they are performing, why would you fire them? They know it is not the right job too, and that they are not paid the same as before, yet he is there and making an effort. It is a very sad situation, and if they are doing well, just let them be. Exactly. They interviewed, got the position, and it sounds like they are doing the job duties correctly. Pay them more so they can rent an apartment. I'm not paying my employees enough to live. Should I fire them? As someone with a master's degree working for $11 part-time at a local place, there's a reason that person left their degree off. Jobs are fucking hard to get right now. Even min-wage jobs in a lot of places. A lot of entry-level places won't hire you if you have advanced degrees because they think you will be gone in a few months when something better comes along. And of course, places that accept that degree want 20 years of experience and have 500 people applying for one position. That person knows what position they were in and likely took the job because it was the best they could find. Unless you want to offer them more money, I don't know what coaching you can provide. Jessus. Master's degree and $11 an hour, that's rough. Doesn't Walmart pay like $13, $15 an hour? I don't understand why you would want to fire them because the job doesn't meet their financial needs, but they are doing a good job. They even show up early, which most employers appreciate. That doesn't make sense. Some money is better than no money. No money means no food. Some money means, hey, I don't have a home, but at least I have my other basic needs met. It is a pandemic, so it is hard to find well-paying jobs. I don't understand why you would want to coach him out. You can coach and all, but he can leave at his own time if he is doing a good job. Like I said, right now is not a good time for job hunters. Here's my personal experience. The solution seems simple from an employer's perspective, which is what I think you were asking from. If they are providing you value for the money you are paying them, i.e. being productive and fitting in well with the team company, that's where I'd stop analyzing. That's the most basic level of expectations from both sides, employer and employee. Knowing they were sleeping in their car or other things about their personal life is good to know because it shows you the whole picture of the person, which will help you act with compassion towards the person when you need to. But that info should not be used to evaluate anything job-wise, good or bad. As for leaving something out of the resume that maybe overqualifies them for the job, I can see why that might be troubling, but this is where you need to know why and to what end they did that. First, make sure you know exactly what was left off the resume. Make sure you know left off the No guessing. Normally, underqualified people alter their resume to get higher paying jobs. Someone who is downplaying their resume, leaving off something, like an degree when a job only requires a degree, is not showing the extent of their experience. All too often, we think a resume is to be a complete, super detailed report of a person going way back in time. But in reality, it is a snapshot summary of them. Your interview should be the most important part of knowing that person. Part of knowing Yes, fact omission is a type of lying, but lying is not a binary thing. It is not black or white. As with a lot of things, it is a spectrum. But I'd tack an omission like this with a grain of salt. If they have more experience education than they say, you're actually getting more value for the money you pay them. Be glad you have an overvalued asset. A good manager would realize this and develop them. As a good employee, use this skill experience you know they have to your benefit. It also depends what they were leaving out. If someone was in prison or something like that and they omitted that on a job application, then that's really serious. But this example is on one end of the bell curve, so you have to use sound judgment. Also, them accepting a lower paying job than you think they should be qualified for is their business. It might be they want to get out of oversight of people and back to just doing a job as best they can and the satisfaction and lack of stress that comes with it. It might be they need a job to get back on their feet for financial, family, or other personal reasons. In any case, it is their business. The drawback is that they might eventually get bored with the job, or they may look around for another job sooner than you would like. Although you want to hire people thinking you will never fire them, the reality is you have to expect staff turnover. I've always detested the conversations I've had with other management regarding interviewed candidates when Mink says, "If we get 2 years out of them, we got our money's worth." I think that's mistreating a person by thinking of them as a commodity. If you do know something like this about them, think hard about bringing it up to them. They might be embarrassed about it but are powering through because they need the job to live. In a while, after you build rapport with them, you might be able to bring it up to them that you knew all along and hired them anyway. It may enhance their sense of loyalty to you and the company. I am confused about this question for a business sense. Are they a good employee and doing the work? If yes, then there is no problem. The person got the job and is doing the job. Do you see potential for them to do better, especially with an advanced degree? Then mentor them to it. Please keep him. I am in a similar situation. I haven't been able to pay the house for 2 months now. Parents' house. I am taking any paying video editing job I can get my hands on because I can't get work in my country. The goal is that I can eat, and I am hoping for more work soon as I need it, and I am a damn hard worker. Don't fire the guy. Please don't. A lot of us are in a bad financial situation right now, and if I had to be honest, I am so desperate for more work that I would willingly expose myself to the virus if it means coming home with some groceries at the end of the day just so my mother and father can eat. Understand that you are getting more value than what you are paying the guy. Give him a raise or more benefits or something, but whatever you do, please do not let the guy go. There is such a thing as overqualification. I remember being turned down from a big Chinese corporation after graduation because I was too overqualified, and the company told me that the pay they would offer is way below what I should be making. I'm in a similar situation, except I live in an in my sister's driveway, and I had to go back to school just to get the job I have now. I'm overworked and underpaid, and then have to deal with the uncertainty of how I have to live. It is super hard, and all my money goes to the debt I accumulated while I could not find a job, and my student loans, which thankfully is deferred due to COVID, but I'm pretty sure I'm still accruing interest. It is a hard life, but my managers haven't been particularly supportive. But I work hard, so they won't fire me. I don't really have any advice, just a fellow traveler in a similar situation. Just a fellow similar have Good news. If the loans were federal loans, whether subsidized or unsubsidized, they are not accruing interest during this time. I just wanted to give you some good news, hopefully. Not the best, but better than nothing. Do not fire them. For all you know, that could be the last straw. Support them. Ask if there's anything you can do. See if any of your colleagues are in a situation where they can have a lodger. If they are experienced, pass the interview, and can do their job. What will you be firing them for? Hiring and training an employee is very costly. I have always managed staff who were overqualified for their positions. I toward the who were over I am creative. If I had issue with performance or behavior, I will identify the issue, make it clear what your expectation is, and support the employee to let them know that if this is not the right position for them, you are willing to help them find a better job. Back during the 2008-9 recession, I was an employee in a similar dire financial situation straight out of grad school, but luckily I had an apartment. I applied to God knows how many places, but no place was hiring. Luckily, I found a fast food place that was hiring, and on my application and resume, I left out my master's degree. I was hired, I believe, due to that, and because a college friend of mine was working there at the time who recommended me to them. One of my managers found out later that I did go to grad school, but he didn't care and just let me stay on for another 3 years until I moved out of state for another job position. For another school, but he didn't. Just give them a chance to do their jobs, and if they were showing up early and have a great work ethic, why coach them out? Who knows, they could be a great asset to your company down the line and make your company grow in other ways as well. Nobody bothered to look at ops post history. No, thanks, I just checked. It sounds like he was just posting about himself and gauging how everyone else thinks about his situation. I just did. And I feel like many of the ops questions would be better answered by books on the subject. Anything by Cynthia Shapiro is good. Not sure what else to recommend. Not sure why people would rely on Reddit for something so important, though I've probably made the same mistake before. I have, and the dates indicate this is all based on assumptions. Op doesn't currently have a job. It seems like he is not having success in his job search, which sucks, and I feel from him. But he is filling in the blanks on why that is, rather than just realizing it is a recession and it is rough for everyone. People leave stuff off resumes all the time, if it's not applicable to the position. I tended bar for a year and worked at a strip club for 14. I'm gonna say I have great customer service and just say I worked at a bar. Leave out the stripper part. Who cares if the person is overeducated? Maybe they can teach you a thing or two. Are you jealous? Maybe they might advance over you. The job isn't meeting their financial needs. Then you discover later that they left their advanced degree off their resume and had prior work experiences that paid more. Either bad life decisions and circumstances, or a devious previous manager coworker managed to destroy this person's life and are capable of making sure it stays so.
Like and subscribe for more Reddit content. Watch the next video at the top of your screen.